jeez.
Dinner!
Oh, come on, I'm just getting comfortable. Oh man, this is feeling good. All this heavy stuff has killed my bones.
Get more bubbles.
P2R was created with support by Pitkin County Solid Waste Center. Located just outside Aspen, Colorado, we are firm believers that one man's trash is another man's treasure. Reducing, reusing, and recycling waste are guiding principles in our community. The Pitkin County Solid Waste Center is more than just a landfill. It is a partner in the larger goal of environmental stewardship. Also in part by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation understands the importance of renovation financing. With a renovation loan, you can turn an outdated house into your ideal home. It's time to make your renovation dreams a reality. Visit our website to learn more.
I'm finally unloading the last semi-trailer my parents brought out here from Chicago. This trailer is loaded with architectural stuff. And one of my favorite pieces, or groups of pieces, are these corbels or knee braces. They came off of a railroad depot in Illinois, and I was with my dad, and I think I was about 8 years old when I went with him, and I felt lucky at that age to go out and go with him to a demolition and picking the pieces. But what I really love about these is the style of these knee braces. They're like a mission style. A lot of straight lines, a little curvature here, so still a little reminiscent of the Victorian period, but more leaning towards the arts and craft look. So what you got here then is a probably, it dates from, I would say maybe late 1800s, but more towards like maybe 1902 to 1910. So these bad boys have some good history. And speaking of history, Bill Kite is here perusing the shop right now. And I love when Bill comes in the store because we chitter-chatter about all types of historical stuff. And his mind is, I tell you, a warehouse of great knowledge. So let me finish up what I'm doing here, and we'll go talk to Bill and see what he has in mind.
One man's trash looks like treasure to me. Yeah, one man's trash looks like treasure to me. It looks like treasure one man can see. It's a junk picker's life, and it's a junk picker's life for me, yeah.
Hey Bill, glad to see you today. You've been in the shop, oh my gosh, numerous times now, and I never had a chance to ask you, how'd you get involved with the Glenwood Historical Society?
Well, you know, it was kind of a natural progression. I was working with the Forest Service and about ready to retire, and the executive director position came open at the museum. I'd been on the board for a number of years, and it was a perfect fit. It fit so well that I retired from the Forest Service on Friday, went to work at the museum on Monday. History's perfect for me as an archaeologist in the Bureau of Land Management and the Forest Service, and the history guy and Native American coordinator guy was a perfect fit. You know, Glenwood has a rich history. That's part of why I really wanted that position. It's such a rich history with the railroad, with Doc Holliday, with Hotel Colorado, and all those things fit together in such a way that you're able to tell a story that people really like to hear. The whole thing of Doc Holliday and the railroad fit together because Doc came to Glenwood in spring of 1887. He stayed for 6 months and died there at the Hotel Glenwood. which we have a satellite location there for people called the Doc Holliday Collection for people to see. And the train brought goods and services that weren't available before. A lot of the beautiful wood you see in our museum there at 101 Colorado Avenue would have not been possible had the railroad not come in. So Doc and the railroad, the Hotel Colorado, the hot springs, all that history enables people to get a taste of what it's like in Glenwood, because it never was really a mining town like Aspen.
No.
It's always been a resort town. And we got a lot of things that to be proud of in Glenwood that we can share with visitors.
It sounds like you have a lot going on with the museum right now, Bill. What plans do you have in the future?
Well, we're going to hopefully restart the Ghost Walk, which is the last 2 weekends of October. That'll be this year. We're hoping to get that restarted. We have guides that are dressed in period piece costumes there at the Hotel Colorado. We have on Saturday and Sunday through the summer, maybe even through the winter, we'll see how it goes. $20 for a person to take an hour tour by someone from that period of time telling them all about the history of Glenwood.
Now you came up here because you had something you wanted to share with us, and what was that?
I do. Well, I'd like for you and Deb to come to down to the society and look at some of the things we have that are surplus that we really need to get rid of. And we have a sort of a cash shortage, as all nonprofits do, and it might be something you would be interested in. And so if you get a chance to come in, you can just drop in any time, but you get an opportunity, we'd really appreciate it.
The great thing about Glenwood Springs is no matter what time of year, there's always something for the family to do. Be it summer or wintertime, it's an all-season playground. Besides all the outdoor activities, the town has kept strong ties to its Wild West roots. Vintage mining carts. I just love them. Now these are true Western Colorado soul, substance, and story. Deb and I are down here in Glenwood Springs today visiting the Frontier Museum. What we love about our valley is these communities are so close but yet so diverse in their origins based on different natural resources. And what that does for us and when we're picking is providing such great opportunities to find unique items. And today is no different. We're here at the museum and we're going to explore what excess material they have in inventory at the museum. Oh!
I'm growing a long white beard waiting for you.
Well, that's fine, because that's how I am. You know that. Let's get going. Bill's waiting for us.
All right.
You should have told me earlier, or I would have kept talking. We'll get to see what's happening over there. Hey, Bill, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How you been doing?
Doing great. You know, I wanted to tell you a couple things before we get started here. The residents have a lot of things they've given us over the years since the society was founded in the 1960s. And this museum was housed in here starting in 1971. So we've accumulated all these objects that we have no place to display.
And where are they at?
They're in a storage unit that I'm going to give you the key to.
How big is this?
Well, you'll see when you get there. And that way, we're going to try to get rid of some of those objects because we don't have any way to display them or any way to really take care of them. And I'd rather see them be used than just sitting in the storage unit decaying.
I think we could put them to a good purpose.
Sounds great. Keys to the kingdom.
Yes, I want to see
So here
this.
you go. I'll be over later. I just got to get a few things done first.
Good deal.
All right. See you then.
Let's go change out of these spiffies.
Get into our picking clothes? I like that.
Whoa.
Holy cow. This is a lot of stuff. Better than most storage units, wouldn't you say?
I think so. I don't know what era, though.
Pre-era. I think we need to get to work soon or we're not going to get all this
Get
out
that
of it.
wheelchair out so I can roll around.
Okay, I'll start doing that. Better to roll than to lift.
Whoa, baby, whoa.
Get the transmission going right here.
I sure am glad you're doing that. Oh, how about that sled? I'd really like that sled. Oh, that's a good one. I like the red.
Oh, look at this. Look at the
Ooh,
styling.
it belonged to Betty Looney.
Where's Betty Looney? Okay, we got the first half out of here. Deb's outside having fun with all that stuff. I'm in here just going through the rest. And what's great about when we get into any pick is I like big stuff, but the smalls are really cool because those are what really pull together the placement when we get to that. So we got some great pots, wood boxes, but there is still some great big stuff up here. Up here is a great, and again, one of our favorite colors, green, old turn of the century wash tub. So that's gonna be a good one to pull out. And then down here, while we're over here, you know, right now we're all used to laser printers and all digital media. This is a fantastic old printer's press, which I am excited about because a lot of my customers are looking for printers presses for like wedding invitations because people want that feel. So that's gonna be a winner there too. So I'm gonna swing around here a little more. Let me just, without killing myself, we'll take a different posture. Okay, over here, look at this, an old toilet. Wow. But what I really like is this old Wringer contraption. What happens is both sides fall out and you're allowed to put a nice wash tub on each side. It makes a really cool setup. Looking back there, it looks like we have some of my favorite stuff. We got some rusty metal back there. Then we got a sign that says Iola Rooms, Glenwood, nice local history. This is something Deb spotted. This is a chandelier, but I feel, and so does Deb, that we can repurpose this thing, maybe hang it outside in our Chalet du Soleil and put plants in there or something like that. So that's cool. Standard finds, a lot of trunks in that. This one's the cool one. If you get a look at this, it's like faux crocodile alligator skin. I have seen a million trunks in my time with my father being the king of trunks, but I've never seen one with that look on there. Now, coming across, here's good. I like milk cans, but what I really love about milk cans is if they have local names on there. Glenwood Creamery. You can't get any more local than that. So let me get down from up here and see what else we got down over here. Great things. These are school desks that came out of probably a small schoolhouse here in Glenwood. And then one of the last things over here is, looks like this is the plumbing for the tub up there. So what we have to do now is get the rest of this stuff out here. So now it's time to get to work and get all this heavy stuff out.
Instant merchandising here so we can see what we have. 1929 parade won by Glenwood's Boys Band at Grand Junction. Pretty cool, 1929. The Stanley Cup goes to St. Louis Blues, right? There. Put that bad boy back there. Yeah. The WCMT Violin Ensemble. I guess they did it with wings and naked. Western Colorado Track and Field meet May 5th, 1917 rifle. It's just amazing. Almost all of them are from turn of the century and back in Colorado. Every single one of them's from Colorado, which is outrageous. Some of these make great lamps, you know, you just thread them right through there and then you got the light and the shine and ice buckets. Put a bottle of champagne in that. Wouldn't that be super? Ice crushed up on the top. You know, they're just, you can repurpose them, but they do look good just as a great display.
I guess I got to get out of this nice clean hot water tub. Oh yeah, that was good. Let's see what else we have out here. Oh, signs. I love signs. Signs are good. This is really cool. Out here in Colorado, there's a pasture divide everywhere. This one came from a real local one. As you can see, Cottonwood Divide. You know you're at the top because you don't know which way you want to go. It's downhill either way. So we have Cottonwood Divide. I think that says 8,000 feet. And then we have Gypsum this way for 12 miles. Then we can come back down here to Glenwood Springs that way for 21 miles. So that's a really cool sign. And now You see, when Bill comes in later, I might ask him a question about where are the Iola rooms in Glenwood Springs, because I might need one tonight. So, hey, let's go see what Deb's doing over there.
So here we are by the permanent wave machine from 1930s. I guess you just put little strands up here, and then behind me there's switches, kind of like an electric chair or something. But I bet it did a great job. I wonder how long you had to let it sizzle. Let me see, how did it do? Where am I? Am I still hooked? No? Good.
What we have here is an old printer's press. I just love these things. You know, we're so used to our digital media and that, laser printers. The reason I'm doing this is the one pin that engages the wheel isn't on there, but let me get it in action here for you. What's really cool about this one, this has a, it's done by your foot. It's a foot pedal on here. So let's see here. I got it loaded up. This is where the printing action happens, but printer's down there. So we'll take it back a little. You see how it moves? That's where the paper goes in there. So let's get it back open again, and I'll show you how it closes. See, the pedal's going up, because most of them will have a belt that's attached to a motor. So you have your paper in here and your printer's blocks. So you're sitting here, loading in, you push down, and what's great about the wheel is it has this weight here, so you're going to get some momentum. So you just have to load and just very lightly press this. But here we go. Let's go, baby. All right. There we go. There. So it's going to slam on there with your printer's blocks. Then, with the weighted wheel, it'll come back open again, and you just put it up there, put your next one in there, and keep pressing. And these are really great. I have a lot of clients that are in the, like wedding invitations and that, and they love the old printer's presses because it gives the final product a feel. It's not laser printed where it's smooth. You actually feel where it's pressed on. So these are a real gem. And this one is, we'll call it the mega gem. It's small and hand operated. It's just a really nice thing. I'm amazed the museum has something like this in their collection.
One ringy-dingy, two ringy-dingy. Oh, I don't have my headphones. Sorry. Oh, Mr. Stifter. Oh, what a funny name. If I must say so. Yes, you like to be connected with who? With who? Oh, Miss Donna. Okay, just a minute.
Well, back in the day, if you're going to watch Picking to Repurpose at the movie theater, this would be the projector you'd see us on. This is really amazing. If you look at this thing, just the, I mean, it has nice style to it, but just the technology back then, and probably, you know, we always talk about, you know, analog quality and audio being better than digital. I bet you it was the same with this. You really saw the depth of the pictures in that. So let's get it rolling here. Lamp on, start. Rolling it. I got the junk pickers blues. I do love my industrial stuff, and one of my favorites are old lockers. This one has some really neat look with the openings like this, but what's really killer about this is the red. That's one of our favorite colors, and this has some good peeling action too to show what's underneath. Let me step back a second, and you see this wonderful green enameled washer. I found many white ones over the years, but the green is rare. Now this can be repurposed into many things. Deb and I like to put them outside in our garden and make them flower pots, but we also have clients that have kitchen and bath stores, and this would be great for putting towels in, like kitchen towels or bath-related products, being soap, or even an architect of ours bought one and he put the rolls of his drawings in here. Okay, I see other laundry-related things. Now this is really cool, these Wringer Stands. These fold up, and then they fold open, and this one is cool, and what's really nice is Jerry Lynn Atlantic has one of these in her house, and she has it set up ideally as an end table with glass on here, so you can sit and put your chair next to it, put your drink on there or whatever, but this can be repurposed, what I like, into that, like a table, like an end table.
What do you think?
It's a lot of inventory.
A lot of
Amazing
stuff
how you
here, isn't it?
acquire this. Just amazing, Bill. I
Well-
see why you have to get rid of some of it.
Well, we don't have any more money to keep paying for this storage unit, and I'd like to see this material be used some way that people would appreciate the history.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what we see in it. We see the purpose that this stuff can be used for instead of just sitting locked up.
Like this piece here, if kids could see what it used to take for an operator to make a phone call instead of just a cell phone,
Right.
Really?
that in itself is a good education item, but
It
we have
is.
no room to put it on our museum anywhere. So.
No, I understand
But
that.
what about this tub, Bill?
Well, there's
is
another
amazing.
example. There's no room to display it.
It's a big item.
Well, the condition of it is not
Yeah.
good enough. It'd be hard to restore it to,
It would be.
any kind of value. So what do you do with it?
Well, this is what we like, though.
Planter.
Planter, but
Okay.
we always say the vintage items has these 3 S's: soul, substance, and story. And this has a lot of soul to it, the patina. So we wouldn't want to restore it. We just clean it up, and somebody use it for a display in the store or in their garden or whatever.
Okay. And this steamer trunk, it's a great item,
yeah,
but again, I see no value in display at the museum. What could we do with it? I'd like to see someone appreciate it and use it in a way that would mean something to them and still appreciate the history.
Again, because it has great history with the tags on there, and then you had the functionality that, let's say somebody has a dress store or something, you could, like Deb, we do at the store, she could hang up her vintage clothing, put some odds and ends, accessories in the drawers and that. What do you say, Deb?
Sounds good.
Yeah, we could use your help. We just don't want this stuff to continue to stay in a storage unit and nothing happen to it, just to disintegrate over
right.
time. One thing is the museum is in ill repair and we have to have money to fix it. So we need a fundraising mechanism that can start that process for a capital campaign.
Right.
If you could help us with that, it would really go a long way. Rather than this stuff just sit here with no use and we can't put it in the museum, there's no room. It makes sense to try to have someone like you help us to make what we can. from it.
Make what you can and get the ball rolling. And I think what the people like too, and Deb and I see this, is they see us giving it a purpose, and then you realize, wow, the purpose of these items that the museum has acquired will help them reach their purpose of raising money, and they'll want to help you do that too.
Right.
So that's why we hope we could get the ball rolling on that.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now it's the fun part, loading all this stuff up, and boy, I sure could use some help right now, so I'll use my left hand and my right hand. Time to load. Wow, I can't believe it. This is one unique pick. What's so great about it is, first of all, the size of it. You don't find this much stuff in one location. And 2 is, it's all local history. You can't beat having local history in your store. And what we really like is we're giving back to the community on this and able to support the Glenwood Springs Museum. So Deb and I are really excited to get this stuff out of this filthy storage unit and get it up to the store and give it some new life. Whew, got all this stuff loaded. Now I gotta head back up to the shop. I can't wait to see what Deb is gonna do with all these goodies.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Laundry day. Is this the 21st century? Seems a little primitive to me, but we got this from the Historical Society, and Craig tried it out, and it just ran perfectly. So he thought, in my spare time, this would be a great place to do laundry, his rags, and whenever he sweats to death, just use my spare time, all right? Yeah, I tell you what, just another job. But with all these windows in here, I think this would make a great spa room. I think that's more my speed. This is what I sort of imagined. Isn't it great as a spa? I think I love this. And this wonderful color reminds me of the ocean. And what you could do is use this in a bathroom as a place to put all your towels or your wet towels. And then some little tchotchkes that make it look femme, little brushes and things. And then you've got the water, so you could really use it as even a sink in a bathroom, I think that'd be super. Isn't it better than a washing machine? I'm merchandising these silver cups today, awards, because they're so cool and easy to merchandise. I like the way these all have rounded handles there. And then we saved them from a bunch of old dusty boxes. You know, this is like you read so much in French and English, so, you know, add something like that. And then, because you won, I think you put a little ice in here, and there you go.
And Deb, I think you deserve a trophy for this placement. I know you deserve more, but this has so much meaning to me, and I hope it has so much meaning to you. Until next time, we'll be picking to repurpose.
This could go on the front of a car.
Well, maybe that's the next thing.
Maybe.
Land sakes, the junk man's coming, the junk man's coming around. Gather up your old time clutter and the junk man takes it to town. Some fenders and windows and gutters of tin and things made of silver and gold. It don't have to glitter, it don't even have to work, it don't even have to be old. Land sakes.